Yes guys, what is going on and welcome back to another video. Behind me is Honda's CR-V. This is the 5th generation, meaning it started in 2018, and when it did, it had a VTEC turbo engine, which I'm sure everybody loved. Now I don't want to use the word unfortunately, but the CR-V now only comes as a hybrid, meaning this is more for people that want to be efficient than want to have power. But it's a 4x4, 1800 kg SUV. Can it really be efficient? Now on the exterior, the CR-V is here in cosmic blue. It's got LED headlights on the front and LED tail lights on the rear. It's not a bad looking car, and I believe it's come quite a long way from the previous generation, which was looking very, very boxy. This is more rounded and I would say, if I'm allowed to, quite stylish. Round to the side, you've got these big boy 18-inch rims, which again aren't the cleanest, but it's a 4x4. This is what you want to do. You want to take it out and get it filthy. Now, with a car this size, does it have a big boot? That is the question. And as you can see, oh, hell yeah. You've also got this little boot line in here, which means if you do have anything, I don't know, precious in the boot, you can simply lift this up and pull it, and that's going to stop people from looking at your goodies. Now, with this being the EX spec, we also have this. Have a look at that. A beautiful pan roof, gives you loads of light in the interior, and also makes the interior even bigger than it already is. There's also a fancy feature that when you flick it down into reverse, the passenger side mirror points down to the floor, meaning you ain't going to curb your lovely alloys. You also have wireless charging, which is great for those of you with new phones. However, something to note is if you do want to use Apple CarPlay or any smartphone integration over here, you're going to have to use a wire because it is not wireless CarPlay, it's wired CarPlay. On the driver's side, you've got 8-way customizable adjustable seats, which are also heated, and they feel and look lovely. We also have a little button down here which says HUD, which is heads up display, and when you press that button it pops up in such a cute little manner to say hello, heads up display. Now in those colder months you normally press this button to kind of clear your windscreen, but what you really want to press is this, because this has got a heated windscreen, meaning no more frosty fingers in the winter. It looks quite Italian what I'm doing. Now while we're touching on heat, have a look at this on this multi-function steering wheel, which I've got to say is quite spot on. Nothing more than you need, very easy to use, but more importantly, you have that heated steering wheel for those winter months. Now on the subject of heat, around the back, have a look at this. So just here you can see we've got two buttons, one that usually allows you to operate your window, but also down here we have heated seats on the rear. Are you mad? So as well as having nice creature comforts at the back, we also have tons of space. So you can see that's me standing at 5'11". We've got a lot of legroom. Of course my daughter's car seat is going to take up a bit of space, but other than that, headroom alone, it's a no-brainer. Now I'm going to be very honest with you, the interior doesn't tick a box for me. One thing that I can say is great is that you've got your fuel, which is on the right, and you've got your battery, which is on the left. Bearing in mind this is a hybrid, it's nice to have those designated areas still there, and then on this button just here on the steering wheel, you're able to flick between whatever you want on the dash, the main dash anyway. So again, it does serve its purpose well, but I don't know, on a car that's a 22 plate, you'd much rather have something quite fancy. But stay tuned, because there is the 23 model that is coming to Europe, so we should be having that on the channel soon. But yeah, interior wise or infotainment wise and cluster wise, needs some work. Now moving into the heart of the beast, what we have here is Honda's 2-litre petrol hybrid engine with 144 brake horsepower and 315 newton meters of torque. Most of that torque is going to come from the electric motors when you are just moving on, but even when you're just cruising along and you need to overtake, this thing definitely punches. Now how quick is it off the line, 0 to 30? Let's find out. 30. Hey! So this 1800 ton SUV has done a 0 to 30 in 3.83 seconds. That's lovely. So again, how efficient could this be? We've got a journey to do this morning, which will take us around 40 minutes and 40 miles. I have already reset the trip A meter, so let's go for a nice drive on the motorway, have a chat about the car, and let's see what MPG we actually can get. Alright, so we're off on our journey and we're on somewhat of a familiar B road to me, but probably not to you guys. This is known as one of the bumpiest roads in the area that I live. Uphill, you can hear that the car is a bit noisy, but it's not obnoxiously noisy, because there are some hybrids that when they go from EV to combustion engine, sounds like, I don't know, diesel tractors from 1932. This is okay, so that's something that I'm actually happy with, because if you are driving an EV, and like me, you tend to have family or friends in the back and you want to have a conversation, if we are going uphill, it can get noisy, but this doesn't do that. Suspension wise, as I said, we're just pootling along here on this road that has got ups and downs, all of these little bumps in the road as well, and it's not crashy at all. So thumbs up on the suspension and thumbs up on the sound. So now, while driving around, there is actually 3 modes that you can access. You've got Sport, which if I press this button here, it makes the throttle very, very responsive. Quite funny actually, bearing in mind that this is a heavy SUV and a hybrid, and not something that's known for its speed. But when you do put it in Sport mode, I'm probably going to affect my MPG here. It's quite instant, which is quite fun, but you probably would never ever use this mode unless you were, I don't know, at a traffic light and you wanted to beat somebody because you wanted to show them what time it is. But other than that, you're going to drive it in Econ, which is what it is in now. And I feel in Econ, it's probably the car's best drive mode. However, in this drive mode, the steering, in my opinion, gets a bit heavier. It could just be a placebo effect, but the steering wheel gets a bit heavier and the throttle response isn't as, I don't know, urgent, which means that you are going to have to stamp it a bit if you do want to make some progress, say traffic light or overtaking, as opposed to taking it off Econ mode and having it in its normal mode. So maybe that's an additional mode. But Econ, other than that, I just believe it's there to reduce power and to stop you from hammering the throttle and stopping them MPGs going lower and lower. And now we talk about our other drive mode, which is EV. So there's a button down there which is an EV button, and it allows you to just press it, and if you are doing a certain speed, which I believe is probably going to be below 30 miles an hour, it switches the engine and the car into full EV mode. However, this doesn't last forever. It lasts about a mile, and what you get is a quiet SUV that allows you to drive without using any fuel at all, which again is going to lower MPG, but it's not something that's going to allow you to drive to work. Just bear that in mind. But the whole point of a hybrid, as mentioned previously, is it's there to be efficient. So if I come off now on this downhill road and I'm already doing the speed limit, it will just coast, which is great, and allow the car to do better MPG. So far, we're doing 27.5, but now we're just cruising, and I can anticipate that there might be some traffic ahead. I can just come off the throttle and the MPGs will immediately begin to climb, as they are now, to 28.5. So the jury's out right now to see how efficient it can really be. But yeah, we've got 37 minutes left of our journey and we're at 31.5 miles. I'll see you guys in a bit. So fast forward 40 minutes, and as you can see, we've covered 40 miles and 44 MPG. To be honest, I'm not really blown away with that. I know it is motorway, but as a hybrid, we should be getting closer to 50. So should you really be getting a hybrid with this weight? So now, before I step out and get my coffee from Starbucks, I'm going to do a 30-minute drive afterwards, just from normal roads, just to, I don't know, replicate a normal commute, because I want to try and see what it can do in 30 minutes, as I have done with other hybrids. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a sec. So fast forward 30 minutes and I'm pleased to announce we have beaten the 48.7 that Honda have told us. So as you can see, we've done 59.1 mpg on a 10-mile journey. So that's an average commute to work. What I will say is this is probably what this car is made for. I wouldn't really say it's made for long journeys, because if you were looking to do something long journey and you're coming away with, I don't know, below 48 or below 50 mpg on a hybrid, it probably is too heavy. But that, for a day-to-day, bearing in mind this is a 5-seater, you can put the kids in the back, drop them off at school, take yourself to work, and you'll still be laughing. That's practically 60 mpg. So again, I don't think that's much of a problem going forward. This car has tons of space. I cannot, like, I don't know, tell you guys enough. From the lighting with the pan roof to seating area, space behind, boot size, it's definitely a spacious car. But is it efficient as a hybrid? Probably not. And that's just me being brutally honest. If I was going to get an SUV hybrid, I wouldn't get it and expect to see anything around 50 mpg on long journeys. I'd probably be looking to get something more along the lines of a diesel or even a full EV. But yeah, so yes guys, that has been the video. If you have enjoyed the video, please smash the thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I will see you in the next one. God bless.